before you start anything, you need to know what is a polynomial. A polynomial is a uh, polynomial is a, say, p of x, multiple levels of x or multiple levels of values of x can come in. For example, 3x plus 5 is also a polynomial. 4x squared plus 5x minus 9 is also a polynomial. And polynomial can be also 5x cubed plus 4x squared plus 5x minus 9. This polynomial is of level 3. इसका order आ जाएगा 3. Order आ जाएगा 3. The highest power of x is 3. The highest power of x is 2. The higher power of x is 1. So this is a linear polynomial, this is a quadratic polynomial, and this is a cubic polynomial, and it keeps going on till death do us part. Are you with me? Is everybody with me right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I'm going to pause the lecture. There is a word and terminology used again in polynomials, and the word is called identity. Identity. If, for example, I say px is identified as, or I am going to say, for instance, if I say x squared minus 4 is identical to x minus 2 into x plus 2, then you understand that this is called an identity. Identity. That means this guy is going to be the right side and the left side. Their coefficients must matter. They must be equal. They must be equal. क्या मतलब है? अगर इसको इससे शादी कराओगे तो क्या आ जाएगा? Correct? जब expand करोगे, your left hand side and right hand side are the same. They have been ordered to be identical. तो जिसको कहते हैं identical as identity. Okay, any question? Any question, guys?
No, sir.
Good. Okay. आइडेंटिटी के अंदर 3 इक्वल के साइंस होते, 2 नहीं होते, 3 होते. ठीक है, ये आपको क्लियर होगी सबको बात. आइडेंटिटी के अंदर तीनों बराबर होते हैं. 1, 2 and 3 आर इक्वल. एनी क्वेश्चन? Any question? I am going to teach you some techniques now of waking up. Okay, you will wake up with me and start doing things with me. And we get third whiteboard as well. There's one at the back. Tiny is going to pick it up and bring it. Okay. That was level 1. We're on level 1 again. And now we're going to do questions that will make you grow up slightly. अगर मैंने लिखा आपको x cube minus 2x squared plus 5 is identical as ax into x minus 1 whole thing squared plus b times of x minus 1 plus c. Is everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to know why this was expressed like this. What we are trying to reach up to is the same thing as the left side and the right side are equal. Therefore, we are be able to find out the values of A, the value of B, and the value of C. And the value of C. But how will I be able to do it? How? For you, you need to look at the sequence. Put your pens down, everybody. I don't want your pens in your hand. I want your brain on the board. Yes. If I take x to be, remember x is a variable. X is a Are my students online? You need to respond. Is x a variable? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
X is a value. I
Yes.
plug in any value inside. On the left side and the right side, and I can equivalent things. Let's take, for instance, if I plug in the value of x is equal to 1. Why would I take x is equal to 1? Yes. Why would I take x is equal to 1 here?
Because x minus 1 is
Then it will become 0. 0 into anything is. This also becomes 0. B becomes 0. B into 0 is. We have a c on the right side and we have a 0 here and a 0 1 here. 1 ka cubed is minus 1 ka square is minus 2 is plus 5. 5 minus 2 is plus 1. Congratulations. C is equal to 4. You have to use your brain to get the constants A, B, and C as soon as possible. Once you get your C as 4, your new identity now becomes x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3z is equal to 8 times of x into x minus 1 whole thing squared plus b into x minus 1, and the c is now equal to 4. Not bad? Not bad?
not bad.
No. Now, if I was in your place, I would say, who's next? Can I find A or can I find B now? I already have C the constant, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, correct? Yes or no? Then I look at this guy. I look at this guy. If I plug x is equal to 1 again, I'll get the same thing. I'll get my C again. 4 is equal to 4 आ जाएगा. फायदा तो है नहीं. अब क्या करेंगे? देखें जब आपके पास कोई चीज independently x के साथ है. This is an independent x. This is a. So if I take x to be equal to 0, this becomes a 0, this becomes a 0, my left side becomes a 5. If this becomes a 0, 0 into a is, and 0 into anything is, plus b becomes a 0, sorry, x becomes a 0, b into minus 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. I send this 4 to this side, it becomes 5 minus 4,
1.
b into minus 1. Therefore, b is equal to minus. Congratulations, I have my A, I have my C, and I have my B. Is everybody following the steps? This is step number 1.
Yes, sir.
This is step number 2. But remember, after step 1, what becomes of my identity is the new identity, where the constant of C has been known to me and hence I plugged it in. I plugged in the identity of the value of C as 4. Now I have a new identity here, and then I look for this independent x and I say if I make this a 0, remember 0 is that number which eliminates things. Okay, so if I've got a 0 here, it becomes a 0 into a is a 0 into anything is 0. So this guy becomes a 0, so I don't get a interfering with anything, right? I got a. You are looking at me as if you're going to eat me up. I'm not a burger. Please look here. This becomes a 0. 0 into a is
0.
into anything is
0.
and the 0 minus 1 is minus 1 into b is minus b plus 4 and I got my b. Correct? After this, I have the third step. I have the third step. My third step is now my identity. Remember, my b was equal to minus 1, my c was equal to 4, and my original equation was x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5 is identical to a into x minus 1 squared plus baby into x minus 1 plus Carolina. Plugging in the values of a and b makes it much easier. X cubed minus 2x squared plus 5 is now identical to a remains there as an unknown still, but b takes the value of minus 1, so I'm going to write down minus 1 times of x minus 1, and c is obviously a 4. This is my new identity. Is everybody with me?
Jesus.
This new identity will offer me an opportunity to find the value of a. I want to still find the value of a. Hani Faisal Hussain, are you with me, beta? Irfan, Kaif,
Sir.
Muhammad
Yes,
Ahmed,
sir.
sir.
Shal Ahmed, Vania, all the others. Remember one very, very important, Zaid, Abbas. Okay,
जी sir.
remember one very important thing. Once I have come till this position, remember my target was to find A, B, and C ASAP. Now I say, hang on, I have only one unknown here, A. Can I take any value, not an x equal to 0 and not an x equal to 1? I will not take this, otherwise things will disappear again. Things will disappear again. So what do? I would take for my reasons, I would take a value of x. The simplest value would be 2. The simplest value would be, plug in a 2 here. 2 cubed is 2 squared is 4 twos are. Isn't that easier? Thank you very much. Then I take a value of x is 2. A into 2 into 2 minus 1 is a 1. 1 ka square is 1. Minus 2 minus 1 is a 1. 1 into minus 1 is, oh, I did too fast for someone. 2 minus 1 is a 1. 1 into minus 1 is a minus 1. I'm just pausing for a second, please. Idiot. Ax की वैल्यू मैंने 2 लिए. 2 into 2a into 2 and 2 minus 1 is a 1. 1 का square is a 1. 1 into 2 is 2. It's here. I get a 2 here. 2 minus 1 is a 1 into minus 1 is a minus 1. I was doing this simple calculation and this guy was looking at me like I'm from Africa. 2 minus 1 is a 1. 1 into 1 is minus 1 plus a 4. Correct? मुश्किल तो नहीं था. 4 minus 1 is a 3. 4 minus 1 is a 3. These guys get eliminated. 5 minus 3. I send these guys is a 3 on this side. And we have 2 times of A. And that's a 2 is equal to 2 times of A. Therefore, A is equal to 1. This is example number, everybody, example number 1 on page number 84 from the Add Math book. Example number 1, page number 84 from the old Add Math book. Old Add Math book. Do not have to purchase new books. What difference is there? I'll give it to you on WhatsApp. Do this question again, everybody, live, and you got exactly 1.5 to 2 minutes to do this question again. This is example number 1 from the old Add Math book, page number 84. There's somebody with the overrated ego or confidence. Think again. Your neighbor is sitting in KGS while you're sitting outside KGS. Your neighbor doesn't have a B, but you do have a B.
Who was this targeted towards?
जिससे मैंने बात करनी थी उसको मैंने बात कर ली. Now we're going on to exercise 5.1, and there are multiple questions in this exercise. Okay, there are approximately 12, 11, 10 questions which you guys can attempt. But I will not go to the 10th question. I will simply go to a question which I will do with you, okay, or similar to x squared plus x plus a is identical to x plus a into x minus 1 plus b. I repeat myself, exercise 5.1. I have jumped to question number 6. Please put your pens down and they should disappear from your working area. No pens in your hand. This means identical to. That means the left hand side is identical to the right hand side. Is everybody with me? जब आपके पास ऐसा सवाल आ जाए तो you have to be very careful. Either, now listen to me very carefully, either you do substitutions or you simply do the multiplications. The multiplication. Let's take for instance, अगर मैं इसको इससे multiply करता हूं तो क्या आएगा? और इसको इससे multiply करूंगा तो क्या आएगा? और इसको इससे multiply करूंगा तो क्या आएगा? और इसको इससे multiply करूंगा तो क्या आएगा? और b तो हमारे पास साइड पे है ही है. Again I'm saying I multiplied them for purposes I know better. I will not tell you the reason why I multiplied this right now. I want you to develop an understanding how you would approach the questions. Okay. Then I look at this side and I say, hang on. Left hand side is pretty smooth. The right hand side can be made smoother. By taking x common in this, it will become plus minus 1 plus a times of x plus b minus a. Is this a b minus a? Yes. अब लेफ्ट हैंड साइड टू लेफ्ट हैंड साइड कंपैरिजन कर सकते हैं. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड टू राइट हैंड साइड कंपैरिजन कर सकते हैं. इज दिस अ 1? 1x squared should be equal to, so that's correct. Any question? Identity means they must be the same thing. Then I look at this guy. This x is a 1x. So I do a 1 here. And I look at this minus 1 plus a times of x. Is this equal to this? Yes. Leaving us with the notion that 1 is equal to minus 1 plus, this goes here, 1 plus 1 is equal to a, and a turns out to be equal to 2. Mushkil? Once I got my a is equal to 2, I do this comparison now. b minus a should be equal to an a. Can you see the constant? What's the constant on the left side? A. What's the constant on the right side? B minus A. So that A is equal to B minus, I send to this side. 2 times of A is equal to B. What is your A? 2. So B turns out to be 4. Congratulations. You found your value of A and the value of B. I repeat myself, do not touch your pen or your pencil. Okay? Did you see how I did this question? Is there anybody with any question? Please raise your hand now. Was that tough? Was this tough?
No, sir.
Anybody who finds it tough, raise your hand now. I will explain again.
Sir, can you explain the last part?
Okay. Mera bacha, this was the first part. I took this 1x and I equated to minus 1 plus a. Correct? So I got minus 1 plus a is equal to 1. Therefore, this goes here, becomes 2. Any question? In the last part, I look at the constants and I equate the constants to each other because they're both sides of the identity. They must be identical. So I say a is equal to b minus a. I send it on this side, it becomes a plus a is 2a is equal to b. Then I take this value of a as 2 and plug it here. 2 2s are, so b turns out to be 4. Was that tough? Was that tough?
No, sir. No, sir. I understood. Thank you.
Easy peasy, right? Any question? This is question number 6. I'm not letting you copy it. It'll be there on the record. You can take the recording. Vaisa will update you on the recording on the group. That was question number 6. Now we are again on exercise 5.1 and I'm going to do question number 9. Please everybody open your add math books. Look at question number 9. It says 3x squared minus 5x plus 4 is identical to 8 times of x minus 2 whole thing squared plus baby times of x minus 2 plus Carolina. This is similar to the example we did. This is similar to the example that you did. But that example was done very slowly and very smoothly by me. Now I'm going to go a little faster. I look at these guys and I take the first guy, x is equal to 2. I plug in a 2 here, 2 squared is 4 3s are 12 minus 5 2s are plus 4. When I plug in a 2 here, 2 minus 2 becomes a, why did I take 2? For the reason that I wanted to eliminate the a and the b's. So when I take x as 2, this becomes a 0, 0 squared is a 0, 0 into anything is a, and this becomes a 0 and 0 into anything is a, and we get Carolina or C as 12 minus 10 is a 2 and 4 is a 6. Congratulations. Any question? Any question? अगर मैंने x की वैल्यू 2 ले ली 2 यहाँ डाला तो लेट आया ना मेरा बच्चा 2 minus 2 is a 0 into anything is a 2 minus 2 is a 0 ka square is a 0 into anything is a, and I just get a C and I plug 2 here and I get 12 minus 10 is a 2. 2 plus 4 is a 6. So C turns out to be mushkil? No mushkil. Then we say, let's take, listen to this very important thing now. I have my C. So the 3x squared minus 5x plus 4 is equal to a into x minus 2 whole thing squared plus baby into x minus 2 plus Carolina. Now the Carolina has been replaced by a number called 6. Now what I'm going to do, I look at this and I say I don't have an independent x. Like in the example which I already had, what is example number 1 from the Add Math book, I was able to take x is equal to 0. But that x is equal to 0 would have eliminated a in that question, not here. Now what we have a problem is that for easy peasy reasons, I'm going to take the x to be equal to 0. But, Allah Hafiz. But I will not have the luxury of eliminating a or b. I plug in a 0 here. 0 ka square is 0 into 3 is minus 5 into 0 is, so that's all gone. We have a 4 on the left side. I plug in a 0 here. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Is minus 2. बाल पीछे करोगे तो चीजें नजर आएंगी. हटा दो, टोपी घुमाओ, कोई नहीं देखता तुम्हारे बाल. 0 minus 2 is a minus 2. Minus 2 का square is a 4 times of a. 0 into minus 2 is 0 minus 2 is, it becomes minus 2b and a plus 6 here. I send the 6 on this side. This becomes 4 minus 6.
Minus 2.
I can't hear you. Minus 2. Minus 2 is equal to 4a minus 2b. Correct? I look at this and I say I can simplify this more. I divide this entire equation by minus 1 is equal to 2a minus b. This is my equation number a. Oh, equation number 1. Unknowns are 2. Therefore, we need to have another equation. Go back to this guy again. यहाँ x की वैल्यू क्या ली थी? अब एक और काम करो, x की वैल्यू ले लो 1. x की वैल्यू ले लो 1. 1 का स्क्वायर. Remember, we need another equation. There are two unknowns. We have to take another equation. X की वैल्यू 1. 1 का स्क्वायर. 1 into 3 is 1 into minus 5 plus, take a 1 here, 1 minus 2. I repeat myself. I plug in a 1 here, 1 minus 2. I can't hear you. 1 minus 2. Remember, I'm plugging
Minus 1.
1 minus 2 minus 1. Minus 1 ka square. 1 into a. Minus 1. 1 minus 2. Minus 1 into b. Plus 6. 3 and 4. 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5. And this 6 comes this side. A minus b. Therefore, a minus b turns out to be, this is my second equation. Second. Got it, everybody? I take these two equations. Solve these two equations simultaneously and find the value of a and b. And find the value of a and b. Minus 1 is equal to a minus b. 2a minus b, sorry. That was equation number 1. And minus 4 is equal to a minus b. That's equation number 2. I look at these two. What do? Okay, I got a cool idea. If I multiply this equation by a minus 1. The first equation remains minus 1 is equal to 2a minus b, correct? And this becomes a plus 4. Minus into a is minus a. Minus 1 and minus is plus b. Now I can just add them together and eliminate b. Add them together and eliminate 2a minus a. 4 minus 1. Congratulations. I got my a. I take this equation again. Minus 1 is equal to 2a minus b. A is equal to 3. 3 2s are 6 on this side. Minus 1 minus 6 is equal to minus b. minus b is equal to minus 7. What's your problem? Why do you miss the minus signs, man? Okay, don't miss these signs. Chan, Chan. B turns out to be 7. Congratulations. A is equal to 3, B is equal to 7. And remember what your C was? What was your C? What was your C? C was a 6. And C is equal to 6. Congratulations. I have done exercise 5.1, question number 9. Mushkil? Mushkil? Aram Alvi, Mushkil?
No, sir.
Wahidi, Mushkil? Aram Wahidi, Mushkil? I'm sorry now, I've done 2 questions from exercise 5.1 for you. One was question number 6, am I right? And the other one was question number 9. Now I'm going to go and do another question for you, and then I'll let you guys fly. Okay, my little birdies can fly on their own. ठीक है? विजय भाई, इसको जरा सा हटाइएगा. ये दोनों सवालात हैं. इस सवाल की तस्वीर आप ऑनलाइन भी ले सकते हैं. अगर अभी लेनी है अभी ले लें. वैसे जरूरत नहीं है. छापने को इंकरेज नहीं कर रहा मैं आप लोग को बिल्कुल भी. ठीक है, मुश्किल टॉपिक नहीं है, आसान है. एक व्हाइट बोर्ड दे दें प्लीज मुझे. मैं एक और सवाल करा रहा हूँ. Okay, this is slightly different and it's more significant in this sense. Let's see how you would do a question like this. I won't do the whole question. Let's take for instance question number 5 of exercise 5.1. Okay. 6x cubed, I won't do the whole question, minus 5x squared minus 3x plus 2 is identical to x minus 1 into ax squared plus baby x plus Carolina. Now look at this question. Acha, before I go ahead here, I need you to understand one very important aspect of things. Things are not normal in my house these days. Okay, number 1, I have 2 fractures and 1 hairline fracture, plus the muscular pain is extremely extreme, and it takes time sometimes. If I feel that I have the energy, I give you the lectures. This will happen for another 10 days approximately. I hope I don't have to get a surgery done. However, if I have the energy, I will give you a 2-hour minimum backup time for you to pack up your stuff and be ready for the class. Okay, online is not bad as long as it's not made a habit. Okay, but for at least for the next 10 days, things will be a little random. Okay, yesterday I did not want to call off my class, even though there was a cricket match. I had not called it off for the cricket match. I had to take my wife for ultrasound because she has stones in her kidney, in her gallbladder. Sorry, not kidney. Okay, so I had to rush her over there to check the ultrasound. There were multiple stones over there, so things are a little off the sheets these days. Okay, so I would kindly request you all to hang in with me. Okay, but there's no compromise on education in any way from my part. Okay. Let's look at this question for instance now. If I take x as 1, this guy becomes a 0, and 0 into anything is 0. So everything disappears. So whatever you do, you can't take x to be equal to 1. 0 nahi, 1. But at the same time, I could have simply done one very interesting thing. I can multiply these guys with this and form my equations and get it out. Let's take, for instance, if I multiply them, I could have done one more thing. I could have done x is equal to 0. Now you must be saying, why would you do that? ये 0 हो जाएगा, ये 0 हो जाएगा, गायब हो गया, ये 0 हो गया, तो -1 बचा है। तो ये -1 करेगा शादी किसके साथ? C के साथ। ये सब 0 हो जाएंगे और लेफ्ट साइड पे आ जाएगा 2. This is the fastest way of doing it. Correct, my friends? But then again we'll be in a state. Now my equation will become x minus 1 into ax squared plus baby x. But instead of Carolina, I will write down -2. Are you with me? And then on the left side, I will let the whole equation. Left hand, nothing happens to the left side, by the way. 3x plus 2 is identical. Then I would again take two very simple values. I will not take x as 1. Remember, I'm not supposed to take x as 1 because if I take x as 1, this thing disappears. I can take x as -1 or I can take x as 2. I would rather take x as 2. Okay, so I take x as 2. Now you must be saying why I take x as 2. That's the logical thinking. 2 minus 1 क्या होता है? आसान हो गया. 1 into anything is the same thing. So it becomes a into 2 squared is plus b into 2 is 2 minus 2 and 2 cubed is 8. 8 6 are 48. 2 squared is 4. 4 5 are 20. 2 3 are 6 plus 2. 48 में से 20 निकालो, 28 रहता है, 28 में से 6 आएगा, 22 रहता है, 22 plus 2 is 24. 24 on the left side and a 4a plus 2b minus 2 here, send it on this side, it becomes 26 is 4a plus 2b. Are you with me? And I divide the entire equation by 2. I can divide the entire equation by 2 here. So when I divide the entire equation by 2, I get 13 is equal to 2a plus b. Mubarak. This is equation number 1. इसी तरीके से एक और वैल्यू लूंगा x की, 1 नहीं लूंगा, 2 लिया है, हो सकता है 3 ले लो, या हो सकता है -1 ले लो. And formulate another equation which is equation number 2 and then solve these two equations simultaneously and find the values of a and b. But remember, c is already been found out, so it's a constant. You have to find it out only once. Is that clear? So we automatically understand that the best way to approach a question is by looking at it and how you can actually do it. This is a mature exercise. You have to do this. Exercise 5 is compulsory for all students, just to open up the eyes. Okay. Thank you very much for your time and thank you very much for this. Please plug in your 1 hour right now, half an hour right now, 20 minutes right now, and see if you can do some parts of exercise 5.1.